Transform your life in 30 days with Napoleon Hill's habits, not a year, not a lifetime. Just 30 days. 30 days of focus. 30 days of discipline. 30 days with a head to win. Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich, believed in a powerful truth. Lasting transformation begins with a short cycle of focus. A 30-day cycle. A period of intense self-mastery that has the power to change the direction of your entire life. If you're tired of starting and stopping, if you've made promises to yourself and broken them, if you keep seeing others succeed while you stay stuck, this video is for you. Today, I'm going to show you how the 30-day magic can change your mindset, your habits, and your future, using the same principles that have helped ordinary people become millionaires, leaders, inventors, and visionaries. Before you begin, be sure to click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. What habits are you ready to transform in the next 30 days? Stay with me until the end. You'll leave with a clear, simple, silent, and life-transforming plan. Should I continue with Chapter 2, Background, Napoleon Hill, and the 30-day transformation cycle? Napoleon Hill spent over 20 years studying the world's most successful men. He met Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, and dozens of others who built fortunes from nothing. And what he discovered wasn't a matter of luck, education, or even talent. It was a matter of mindset. It was a belief reinforced by repetition. Hill learned that success begins in the mind, but becomes real through daily action, repeated action, intentional repetition over time. And he gave us something powerful, a framework, not an abstract philosophy, but a tool, a 30-day cycle to create a new belief, to create a new identity, to train your brain for wealth, success, and discipline. Why 30 days? Because it's the minimum amount of time needed to move past your old story, to overcome resistance, to install a new pattern so deeply that it becomes automatic. You don't need to change your entire life at once. This is what holds most men back. Hill's genius lay in his understanding that great goals are born from small, constant movements. A repeated thought becomes belief. A repeated belief becomes a habit. And a habit maintained for more than 30 days becomes your new reality. Chapter 3. The problem. Why do most men never change their lives? Let me tell you something most people will never admit. It's not that change is impossible. It's not that you don't have the potential. The real problem is that most men don't maintain a habit long enough for it to pay off. We want immediate results. We want the perfect body after just one workout, money after a single investment, inner peace after a single meditation. But it doesn't work that way. Not in the real world. Most men give up on day 3, day 7, maybe day 10 if they're lucky. Why? Because they're still living under the influence of their old identity, the version of themselves addicted to the comfort zone, fear, and distraction. And that's exactly what Napoleon Hill reminded us. He said, your only limitation is the one you create in your own mind. And the truth is, most men are prisoners of their own mental patterns. They've repeated failure so many times that it feels like death. But it's not death. This is a program. And the program can be changed. You don't need a new life. You need 30 days of unwavering focus. But first, you must face the truth. Nothing will change unless you change yourself. The tension is mounting. Chapter 4. The tension is mounting. What happens when you repeat a habit for 30 days? Let me be honest with you. The first few days are easy. You're motivated. You're excited. You feel powerful. Just at first. But then the voice appears. You know the one who whispers, you're tired. It's too hard. One day it doesn't matter. You'll start next week. That voice isn't you. It's the old version of you, the mental program trying to survive. And here's what most people don't realize. Around day 6, 10, or 14, the battle intensifies. Not because you're weak, but because you're winning. When you commit to a habit for 30 days, you're not just changing your schedule. You threaten your identity. Your brain defends itself. Your body resists. Old patterns are demanding your attention. But if you push through that resistance, something incredible happens. You begin to feel different. You start waking up earlier. You think more clearly. You walk with more confidence. And this habit, which seemed crazy at first, begins to feel like a lifeline. By day 20, you no longer fear the old version of yourself. By day 25, it's no longer a matter of discipline. It's a matter of alignment. By day 30, you've built something rare, self-respect. And that's priceless, because when you keep your word to yourself for 30 days, you become unstoppable. Not because the habit is perfect, but because you become the kind of man who finishes what he starts. And that changes everything. Chapter 5. The Return Point. Hill's formula for reprogramming your mind. Napoleon Hill didn't just talk about the mind. He gave us a method. It begins with a clear desire, not a vague wish, a definite goal, a primary objective, as he called it, something you can name, measure, and pursue with every fiber of your being. Then comes autosuggestion, one of the most misunderstood tools for success. It's not just repeating affirmations to yourself in front of a mirror. It's feeding your mind every day with a new identity, a new normal, a new truth. Here's how to put it. First, define exactly what you want. Second, write it in the present tense, as if it were already real. Third, repeat aloud every morning and every night. And finally, reinforce it with consistent, focused action. This is where the 30 days come in. Every time you show up for this new habit, you reinforce the identity you're creating. And every time you state your desire aloud, you inscribe it deeper into your subconscious. Hill believed that this repetition, mixed with emotion, reinforces your reality. Because here's the truth, your brain doesn't care what's real. It only believes what you consistently, emotionally, and repeatedly feed it. Imagine that. 30 days of waking up with a clear purpose. 30 days to proclaim your new life as reality. 30 days of action aligned with the man you want to become. It's not just a habit. It's a transformation. And the best part is, you don't need anyone's permission. You don't need any approval. All you need is the courage to begin and the discipline to stay in the game. Chapter 6. The Climax. The silent transformation that leads to victory. Something strange happens around day 21. You stop caring what other people think. You stop checking to see if anyone notices your progress. You stop explaining your journey to those who don't understand it. Because at that moment, something has changed. You no longer need to chase results. You live in alignment. You no longer need motivation. You've built momentum. You no longer need applause. Because you've earned your own respect. And that, my friend, is the most powerful transformation a man can experience. Napoleon Hill wrote that faith is the starting point for all accumulation of wealth. But faith is not just a belief in the unseen. True faith is earned through testing. And what is the best proof of faith? Action, repetition, consistency, when no one is looking. Most men never reach this point. They give up just before the breakthrough. But if you hold on today, if you get through day 20, day 30 in silence, in the darkness, something awakens. You walk differently. You think faster. You say no to distractions without fear. You begin to protect your energy, your time, your values. You become selective, focused, and grounded. You realize that success doesn't just shout. He listens. He's not loud. He's disciplined. It's built in silence. And by the time others realize it, it's already too late to stop you. Because you haven't changed your life in 30 days. You've changed yourself. And once you become a different man, the world has no choice but to respond to you differently. That's the real reward. Not the money, not the praise, but the silent certainty that you are no longer who you used to be. You proved it, not to them, to yourself. Chapter 7. Unexpected ending. Immense wealth in 30 days. When you hear the word wealth, your mind probably thinks of numbers, purchases, maybe even a luxury car or a beach house. But let me tell you something Napoleon Hill understood long before most people. True wealth is invisible. It's the confidence to walk into any room without feeling small. It's the clarity of knowing what you want and saying no to everything else. It's the discipline of doing what you said you would do, even when no one is watching. These are the riches no one can borrow from you. And that's exactly what 30 days of intentional living can unleash. You don't have to wait for a miracle. You don't need a lottery ticket or a rich uncle. What you need is proof. And every day you show up for yourself is proof. Proof that you're not the man you used to be. Proof that you can be confident. Proof that you're building something solid. And here's the truth. When you build that kind of wealth, money comes, respect comes, opportunities come. Because success isn't something you chase. It's something you attract by becoming the kind of man who deserves it. So if you've ever felt like life is slipping away from you, if you've ever doubted your potential, try this. Make a habit. Commit to it for 30 days. Follow her. Talk about her. Win her over. You'll be amazed at what awaits you on the other side of your excuses. Chapter 8. Legal disclaimer. This video is for educational and motivational purposes only. It does not constitute financial, medical, or psychological advice. Always consult a qualified professional before making major life changes. Your results may vary depending on your commitment, consistency, and personal circumstances. Remember that you are fully responsible for your actions and results. Thank you for your attention.